Sai is a hero, Sai is a friend, Sai is our everything, Sai is our soul.
Correct answers. And one particular experience which actually those who heard it called this experience of mine as what is called as an electrifying experience. In 94, 95 when the hospital was being built, lots of chandeliers were coming from all over the world. And you know, Swami used to see these chandeliers and decide which chandelier has to be put where. So we had a very excellent mechanism of building them. Swami used to actually have that chandelier assembled, lit, and then he used to decide where the chandelier has to go. So we had something like a tent, 2 wooden poles like this and another 2 wooden poles like this with a wooden pole in the center about 7 to 8 feet above the ground. And we used to hang the central stem of the chandelier from that wooden pole and start building the chandelier all around it. This chandelier arrived at 7 o'clock at night. That was the time when Swami would retire to his room. So Dilip and me saw the chandelier and we said, "Arey bhai, if we start assembling this now, Swami will get delayed unnecessarily. We'll do one thing, we'll assemble it overnight and tomorrow morning when he's going for darshan, we'll show it to him." So we just zipped across the hall and we put it in the Ponchandra stage with the intention of building it tomorrow. Swami's sharp eye caught the movement. So he said, "Come here, what happened?" I said, "Swami, chandelier has come. Assemble it, we'll see." Then we just kept quiet. We said, but Swami understands the thought behind the process. And he said, "It's getting late for me, that's why." We said, "Yes, Swami." He said, "Don't worry, I'll wait for 10 minutes, you sit and assemble it." So we started removing the chandelier. Then I got a brainwave. I said, "See, why wait for a rope to hang it and all that? This is a very small chandelier. I will hold the stem in my hand. You assemble the chandelier." So Dilip liked the idea very much. He said, "Yeah, hold it. I'll do it." So I was holding this in my hand. He started assembling it. 5 minutes later, Swami came and he said, "What happened?" "Swami, it's going on." Then he looked at me and he said, "Are you sure you want to hold it in your hand? Why don't you tie it to that pole?" So I said, "Swami, it's a very small chandelier, you know, it is fine. I'll hold it like this, we'll finish it." "Sare ni ishtam." And he went back. "Okay, your wish." So then second time he came, we were still in the process of building. Once again he came, he looked at me and he said, "Adidaniki, if you tie it to that pole, I think it is better, isn't it?" I said, "Swami, it's almost over. It will get more time, you know, to hold it. I will hold it in my hand. It is okay." Nishtam. Again he went back. Third time when he came, it was ready. Then Swami looked around and he said, "Switch veyandi." Put on the switch and the chandelier lit up and I also lit up with the chandelier. The reason was some earthing problem was there and that rod was getting electrocuted and through which I was getting electrocuted. So I was dancing with the chandelier like this. Mr. Chiranjeev Rao was there. He was looking at me like this. "What is wrong with this fellow?" Dilip was looking at me. "What is wrong with this fellow?" Swami collapsed on a chair laughing. He understood what is happening. I was dancing like this all the while with the chandelier in my hand and Swami was laughing and then he got up and he told Dilip, switch you. He was not even able to get words out of his mouth. He was having such a hearty laugh. Switch you, he said. So Dilip was sharp enough, he switched off this thing. I just handed the chandelier to him and I fell down. I still saved the chandelier. Then Swami said, after I had sufficiently regained my breath, the parting shot was still not over. He came to me, put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Bangaru, next time when I tell you something, you better listen to it." Look at the wording. Next time means I'm sure to make the same mistake again sometime. If I tell you something, he is going to tell me once again, you better listen. There's every chance I'm not going to listen, that means. So, but still, does that mean that he's going to stop telling us? No. He will continue to tell us. That is why we call him the loving mother. How many ever times we fall, how many ever times we falter, how many ever times we say, "I don't need your advice" to him, he still comes after us because his careful eye is always watching for our welfare. He doesn't mind taking hit here and there. He has no ego whatsoever. So he doesn't mind taking these things from us as long as he knows that it's going to help.